Hey guys, and welcome to this new tutorial series teaching you how to model a futuristic pistol or a sci-fi gun. And alright, let's get started. So first, what you want to start out with is a cube, and then play around with the values a little more. So maybe X about 120, or actually let's go with 75. Y be at 150, and Z can be at 800 or so. Okay, that looks good. Alright, once you've done that, add in your segments so it can create multiple polygons. And after you've done that, make sure your object is in edit mode and click on the edge selection. So after you've done all that, press UL to go into loop selection, and what this does is it loop selects the edges. It's kind of self-explanatory. And after you've done that, click on the first loop, click on your scale tool, and then kind of just scale that outward a little more. And what we're doing is shaping the basic starting block for the gun model. And futuristic guns are usually a little more kind of like trapezoids and jagged edges and stuff like that. So you can look it up on Google Images if you want to get more of a idea of what they look like. And that looks pretty good. So after that, go into polygon selection, UL to select this group of polygons, and then press UF to select this face of polygons. Hold shift to click that as well, and then go into your scale and just scale that inward, maybe about there. And then take your move tool and move it up a little bit. It's about right there. And after you've done that, we're going to select this front area of the gun. So click on this button to go into your 4 views, and then in the front viewport, click on this selection, the pointer with the box, and then just kind of drag a box around all the front polygons. And as you can see, that selected this front face of polygons. So after you've done that, go into the rotation tool, and what we're going to do is kind of rotate it 10 degrees outward like that to kind of give it more of a slant to it, because as I said, sci-fi guns are a little more like they have slants and jagged edges and stuff like that. So once you've done that, you will have your basic shape of your gun model. So after that, click on cube and actually go into this tag right here, and down where it says Fong angle, make sure it's at somewhere around 20. What that'll do is it'll make the shader kind of look a little more jagged. And once we're done with the model, we'll turn that back up to give it more of a smooth feel, or more of a smooth outside of it. So yeah, that's looking really cool right now. So now we can begin to shape the bottom of the gun and the area where you hold the gun. So just go ahead and select these bottom polygons, and then right click on them, and then go into extrude. And then once you have extrude, drag to the right to extrude it a little more. and that looks about good. And there. So after you've done that, go into your line selection mode, and then we're gonna make this area right here, hold on, this area right here slanted a little more. So click on these front 3 segments, and then click on your move tool and then drag that in, and that'll give us a nice looking slant. So looks pretty nice, and you can kind of play around with your model a little differently to get it to how you like it. And click on polygon selection again, and then kind of drag this in a little bit, and you can kind of start to shape out the area on where the handle of the gun is going to be. So looks about good right there. Accidentally dragged this one out. Just put that back in a little more. Alright, so now what we're going to do is make the handle for the gun. So just create another cube, and then we're going to have to make sure that the cube is the same width as the bottom of the gun, so it doesn't look like a separate piece. So go into your views, your front view, click on the viewport thing again, and then click on your cube and drag down the X until it's matched up with the bottom of the gun. So about there looks good. Then once you've done that, drag down the Y, or actually put it in place of where the handle is going to be. So about there, and then you can play around a little more with the lengths and the width of the handle. And then they're usually kind of rotated outward a little bit, so about 15 degrees. Turn up the Y, make it a little longer, and then add your segments, and then that's the basic stock handle model. So yes, that looks good. Alright, well, you've got your basic futuristic gun model. Now after this, we're going to add all the details and make it actually look futuristic. So make sure you stay tuned for the second part of this series, and see you in the next one. Bye.